The Tesla Model S may have a hot new competitor to contend with. BMW unveiling its first mass production electric car in New York today that the company hopes will rival the popular Tesla in the luxury plug-in market. It is Monday, July 29th. Welcome to Lunch Break. I'm Wendy Bounds, WSJ's global auto editor. Joe White, he joins us right now from a BMW event in downtown Manhattan where he's been talking with the CEO. Joe, thanks for being here. Tell us a little bit about the i3. It's the BMW i3. Where you think it can compete, where it can't compete with the Tesla?
Well, the i3 is the first of at least two electric or plug-in hybrid cars that BMW has in store. The i3 is what they call a mega city car. If you look at it from 20 paces, it looks like kind of a compact, you might even think of it as a rival for the Chevy Volt or the Nissan Leaf. Believe me, the BMW people don't want you to think of it that way. They want you to think of it as an ultimate driving machine that happens to be electric. The second one, we'll talk about that, is the i8. And that one is going to be more aimed at a higher price point and much more competitive with the Model S, the Tesla Model S.
And this i3, though, that you were just mentioning, you're mentioning how the company doesn't want us to compare it to a Chevy, but indeed at around $45,000 starting price tag, it's not out of the realm of sort of the lower end prices of cars.
No, not really. And the key thing for an electric car, of course, is range. And this car has 80 to 100 miles of range. I think in real life that's not a whole lot different from something like a Leaf or a Fiat 500e, which are in that same sort of 80 miles ballpark. And the Volt has a gas motor to keep it going even farther. I think it's going to be interesting to see if BMW can separate itself from that mass market pack with this car while they wait for the more, I think, probably more directly competitive i8 to come around.
That's exactly what they're aiming to do. Now, you spoke with BMW's CEO yesterday. You all had a pretty interesting exchange about what this car could mean for BMW's long-term view on electric vehicles. I want us to take a look at just a short snippet of that.
If you build such a car and if you develop such a car, you have to look into the future, let me say 10, 15, 20 years. And especially if you look around the world and you see the emission regulations in the United States, in the European Union, even in China, then cars like the BMW i3 are a must.
Joe, those are strong words, a must. Now, are they a must just because of these regulations that are coming into place in many countries, or are they a must because consumers actually are going to want them as well?
I think right now more driven by regulation, but I think that over time, the affluent, technology-forward, technology-adventurous consumer that BMW has had as its core customer, certainly in the United States and I think elsewhere, I think a lot of those people really do see an internal combustion car as century-old archaic technology. They want something new. That's why there's so much excitement and buzz around the Tesla car. And so I think they're right that they have to start offering something to that customer. How big that market gets and how fast is the part that it's a little uncertain. Right now it's quite small.
Joe, I understand there are going to be some other luxury brands some of us may have the option to look into on the electric front. Can you just tick off a few for us before you go?
Sure. Cadillac is going to have a plug-in hybrid. Audi has talked about electric cars. Daimler is going to have an electric compact B-Class that would be very competitive with this when it comes with the i3 when it comes out. Down the road, I think you're probably going to see just about all the major luxury makes go after this market. If they didn't want to because of their regulations, what Tesla has done in terms of mind share probably is forcing their hand.
Joe White, he is in New York at the BMW event unveiling this i3 electric car. Joe, thanks so much for bringing us your report. I appreciate it. Have fun today.
Anytime.